Have you ever watched videos on YouTube about busting myths and wonder, are these actually real? These seem like mods and they seem fake. Well, today I will be actually busting all the most popular Minecraft myths and misconceptions in the 1.21.10 version of Minecraft. Alright, so first off, it should be noted that I'm going to be marking these things true or false. This block is true, and then the TNT is false, and they'll explode it at the end of the video. And with that being said, let's jump right into the first myth. Myth number 1 is that sugarcane grows faster on sand. First off, let's grab sugarcane. Most people might not know this. You can place sugarcane on mud, on podzol, on mycelium, on rooted dirt, so many different things as you can see here. Does sugarcane grow any faster on sand than other blocks? Set our tick speed to an extremely fast. Yeah, the sugarcane is not growing any faster on the sand than it is on the other blocks, as you can see here. The growth rate is just random. This myth is false. Alright, on to the second myth, which is actually related. Sugarcane can only grow up to 3 blocks tall. But yeah, this sugarcane is not growing any taller than 3 blocks. Sugarcane can only grow up to 3 blocks tall, but the way it can be confusing is world generation can spawn at 4 block tall sugarcane. So this myth is confirmed true. Alright, for the next one we have myth number 3, walking depletes hunger. Okay, so now we just walk around, no sprinting, no jumping, for a few minutes and just see if we lose any hunger. And it looks like we have our result. I mean, it's been around like 5 minutes. Does walking deplete hunger? No, it does not. So this is false. Anyway, let's move up to myth number 4. And this myth is that fortune doesn't affect XP. So let's grab both these pickaxes and we will mine a row of diamonds with each pickaxe and see if that results in a difference of XP from fortune or not. Alright, so we got about 6 in maybe 1/3 levels with fortune, and then we will mine with a regular diamond pickaxe. That's interesting. Let's run it back one more time just to be sure. Alright, that's 6. We just got 7. So to me it seems like this is just varies the amount of XP you get, and I don't think fortune has anything to do with that. So this myth is true. Fortune does not in fact affect XP. In a similar vein, with myth number 5, we are going to test if looting works in the offhand. So I have 2 diamond swords, one with looting 3 and one without looting. And we are going to first put the one without looting in the main hand. So we got 22 leather, 29 raw beef. And now we switch the hands. Okay, and we got less, and that is with looting in the offhand. Therefore, this myth is busted. It is false. Looting does not work in the offhand. Our 6th myth to test out here is that the mission texture block exists, and I am going to test that out by downgrading my version and seeing if we can get it to pop up. So let's go do that now. Alright, now let's load up this world and see what happens. Okay, so all these blocks here just seem to be not there anymore. There does not appear to be a missing texture block in the game. So this is false. Alright, and we have myth number 7 here, which is that villages spawn closer to cherry groves in 1.21. First off, we are going to TP to a cherry grove village. There's a cherry grove biome right here and a village right here. Let me get the coordinates of the bell as well, just so I can be exact. So let's go load up 1.20 and test this out. Let's recreate it with the same seed. Looks the same to me. This bell is still here. The village is still here. This has been proven false. Villages do not spawn any closer to cherry grove than 1.21, so this is false. Now let's go to the 8th myth on the list, and this one is that hostile mobs can't spawn on mycelium. So let's go test this one out. Let's set the time to night, turn on the mob spawning, and there are hostile mobs spawning on here. And yes, hostile mobs can spawn on mycelium. I think where this comes from is that hostile mobs cannot spawn in Mushroom Island biomes, but that has nothing to do with the mycelium block itself. So this myth is false. And the next myth is that zombified piglins come through the nether through portals. So to test this one out here, we have a nether portal. It's blocked off on the other side. And now that we have mobs spawning, we will just sit here and wait and see if zombie pigmen spawn. There's actually a zombie pigman here. So this is proven false. Zombified piglins spawn in the overworld, just spawn in the nether portal. That does not mean they come through the nether. So this myth is false. Alright, our next myth is that beacons can work in the nether. So to test this out, we're gonna grab ourselves a beacon, place it down here, and it works. And if we go up here, we can see that this beacon is in fact passing through the bedrock, because beacons can pass through bedrock. So this myth is confirmed true. Beacons can work in the nether. Our next myth is that water can't exist in the nether. We will grab a water bucket, place it down, and of course it doesn't work. But if we try and slash fill, it works! Oh my god, that is so cursed. Yes, this myth is also true. Water can in fact exist in the nether. And our next myth is that maps don't work in the nether since the bedrock roof is up there. Let's grab ourselves a map and some blocks to place up on the roof. And now that we are here, we are going to go ahead, use the map, put it in our offhand, and start placing a bunch of blocks. So it appears that maps just do not work in the nether for whatever reason. This myth is false. The bedrock roof has no effect on maps not working in the nether. They just don't work in the nether. For myth number 13, we have mobs cannot spawn the warden. So we will grab an all-man and civilians spawn egg and head into a deep dark biome. Okay, let's spawn them on the Shrieker. There is a bajillion creepers here, and yet the warden is not being activated. So it turns out that this is in fact true. Mobs cannot spawn the warden. And for our next myth, we will be testing out if wardens take knockback from wind charges. So for this, we will actually need a warden to spawn. Does he take knockback? He does. Oh, I pressed the button! This myth is in fact true. Wardens take knockback from wind charges. And with that, let's move on to the next thing. Myth number 15 is that only entering a bed resets the phantom timer, and that you don't need to actually skip the night by sleeping. Yes, there are phantoms spawning here. Now let's get in the bed and then leave it. Now we will set it to day, and then we will set it back to night. No phantoms are spawning. So the myth is actually true. You do not need to skip the entire night. All you need to do is right click a bed, and then that will reset the timer. But yes, this is confirmed true. The next myth is that Endermen don't instantly get angry when you look at them. And so to test this one out, we're going to grab an Enderman spawn egg, spawn an Enderman here, freeze the tick, look straight at the Enderman, and then we are going to skip one tick. And no, he's not angry. And then if we were to unfreeze the ticking speed, the Enderman will not attack, even though we did stare at the Enderman. So to test out how many ticks we need, we are going to really quickly step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it takes 5 ticks of staring at an Enderman for the Enderman get aggro on you. So this myth is actually true. Endermen do not instantly get angry when you look at them. They only get angry if you are staring at them for 5 ticks or longer. And move on to our next myth. And this one is that waterlogged leaves stop fire from spreading. So to test this one out, we have our flint and steel, and we are going to light this on fire. and it is not spreading past the leaves, so this myth is true. Waterlogged leaves stop fire from spreading. Now let's go on to our next myth, and this one is that lightning can charge copper bulbs. So to test this one out, we're gonna set the weather to thunder. It also unlights them. It powers them on and off. So yes, lightning can charge copper bulbs. This is true. And for our next myth, we will test if axolotls attack drowns. Yes, axolotls do attack drowns, as we can see here.
Dabin! I'm playing dead, Dabin. I'm so bald. I'm not here. I died, Dabin. JK! Get trolled, Dabin!
And yeah, axolotls also play dead when they take too much damage so they can regen. In case you didn't know, axolotls attack drowns. This is true. And for our last one, we will test out if armor stands with thorns can kill you. And yes, armor stands can kill you. And with that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see more from me, please consider subscribing and liking the video, as it would mean a lot to me and would tell me that you liked the content. Also, feel free to leave suggestions or feedback in the comments. With all that being said, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. But wait, I get to blow up the TNT. Don't think I forgot about this. I didn't forget. Well, I'm blowing it sky high. I blow this place sky high! Oh no, I'm cooked. Oh no. As they say, I'm gonna blow this place sky high! Oh no.
My bro, you are so cooked!
No, I need to get out. No. Oh my god, that's so much TNT. Well, rip my PC. Oh, my PC!